Why should you choose sales above anything else, any other job that there is out there? Well, I'm going to cover this in the videos to make sure that you don't waste your time doing things that won't get you to the successful places in life. And if you ever wonder, I do live in Australia, so I hate sitting in the office, so my videos will be in some lovely places. Enjoy the video.
So why sales? You've tried a few different things. Why would anyone want to stick to sales?
Why would anyone want to stick to sales? Yeah, good question. Well, through my experience, right, so I was a personal trainer, group trainer, I've been a firefighter, and what I found was that when I came to Australia, I left the UK and I came to Australia, and it was kind of a bit of an epiphany that I can't just walk into a job, and I couldn't just walk into the fire brigade. I still got to apply, but then if I wanted to try something else, those skills weren't transferable. Now don't get me wrong, there's a lot of skills that you get throughout life, you encompass and you build. It's called like skill stacking. So essentially, my experience from being maybe a lifeguard, a personal trainer, being a firefighter, have all amounted to essentially my personality, who I am as a person today, to be able to complete the jobs that presented, essentially, right? So if you take, for example, because I've always been involved in sports and fitness, so as a personal trainer, I have a natural ability, maybe, I don't know if it's natural, but I always feel that way because I've always done sport, but to be motivated and driven and be consistent and persistent to actually achieve something, to achieve a goal. So that can come from the fitness and health background, right? Whereas the fire brigade, ultimately, you don't do any selling in there, it's not related at all. But because it's very structured, it's when you go and work with established businesses, you go, okay, cool. Well, therefore, I understand your structure and the values and what we represent and how we need to treat our clients. So, and you know the hierarchy. So essentially, yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir kind of thing. But however, the one thing that I found that the fire brigade hindered me slightly with a personality was because I found everything was like black and white. Everything's regimental because the operations derive from the Navy and the fire brigade, if you knew that. But I noticed in the world there's a lot of grey areas, which basically means if you're doing a deal with someone with sales, you have this, this and this, but there's always a way around it to actually help them and tailor it for that person. So that's one thing I found that it kind of hindered me on. But as saying it for face value, if I go and say that I'm a firefighter and do sales, I can't go into any other industry. I can't go into to be an architect. I can't go into real estate. Personal training, they're not transferable skills. It's like if you're a chef in a restaurant. I mean, you can't just go and become a builder. You've got to go through something, right? Whereas sales, literally what I found, sales is in every industry. It doesn't matter if you're in the restaurant business, the architectural business, building business, you're in personal training, fitness, you're in business, online education, literally relationships, anything in the world requires sales because every business has to run off sales. So if you understand sales and how to sell and how to engage with clients, or potential clients and your ongoing clients, then you're really going to be set up for life because you can sell anything. It's even to the point where sales help you. A little story. So a guy come knock. Do you remember this, Don? A guy come knocking on our door, and he said, "I'm here to collect the table." I was like, to the missus, "What table?" And I was like, "We selling the table? Wooden table? I'm here to collect the wooden table." I don't fucking know, mate. You sure? You sure you're here to get the table? Anyway, he got the wrong house. But then, because I've been involved in sales, I'm more of an opportunist. I saw the opportunity for him. I said, cool, mate. So, are you and your partner moving, or what are you doing? You've just moved into a new house? Like, well, what's the go? And he said, yeah, we just got a new place. And we're just sort of kitting it out. I said, cool. Well, we just closed down one of our Airbnbs. We've actually got some stuff out there, and do you want to have a quick look to see if there's anything you might like? So he said, yeah, cool, why not? I've given him the option. And he's come round, and I said, yeah, anything you want. It's all got to go, mate. We're all going to be selling it. Quite a lot's gone already. And he went, oh, the vacuum. I said, oh, so you might need a vacuum. And he went, oh, is that a dryer? I said, yeah, you need a dryer. And he went, yeah, how much is the dryer? So I said to the missus, how much? She said, how much? And And I said, look, mate, I'll tell you what. If you get the dryer, I'll throw in the vacuum for free. The vacuum was okay. We probably wouldn't have sold it anyway. Probably would have given it away, right? But the fact is, he feels like he's getting a deal. And because of sales, it then develops like a natural ability to see the opportunities. I didn't think about it. I was like, oh, I have to think this. It just kind of come naturally because you do it every day. And so what I mean with sales is it's transferable not only to any business, any company in the world, like ever, it actually transfers into your personal life. So I actually had a client that messaged me and said, James, like, you know, it's going well with my business, but I've actually used a lot of skills negotiating with my partner, which is pretty cool. And, you know, you're making a deal. You know, if you say to your partner, I want to go out tonight, you go, no, it ain't your turn. You can't go out. But then if you know how to do it and you say, look, love, you know, it's John's birthday. I haven't seen him in a few months and the boys are getting together. It happens once in a blue moon. You know, it's a real good opportunity to meet the guys because I don't know when it's next going to be. Then you've ultimately made your argument and created the reason, and your missus is going to, you know, if she's any normal person, you know, it's going to feel a bit of a sense of guilt if you don't frigging go. So, oh, go on then. So you get to go on your thing, right? But effectively, it is negotiation and selling and creating the value behind what you're doing. And you know, with things like the fire brigade and fitness, you don't really learn this. And one of the things that I learned as a like a PT, it would pop up here for me. One of the things as like a personal trainer, group trainer, which I noticed, and like when and when I moved into being a consultant within a gym, is that every personal training company, they train them up, you know, oh, you can go and do a deadlift, you can do a bench press, you can do some shoulder press, and you can teach people to go around and work the machines. But they never teach them any business or sales. They might give them a basic, but every person comes out, and it's such a high percentage of like trainers and group trainers and those that don't go on to have successful businesses because they don't know how to sell. Now, if you do want to run your own business, and like there's a lot of people out there who teach how to purchase a business and run a business with no money down, for example. So if you purchase an established business, you need to know how to sell, because at the end of the day, even if you've got people in, you've got a team in, if it all goes to pot for whatever reason, you've got to bring the money in and get the leads in and know how to get clients and cater for those clients. So yeah, sales to me, it's a no-brainer. If you want to set yourself up for life, you need to learn sales, because it will open so many doors to go in however many industries that you want to go in. Because, I mean, some people stay in their career for a very long time. You know, you might want to stay in 30, 40 years, but I mean, this isn't for those people who are happy to stay. If you're happy, then why would you want to change anything, right? You keep living your life. Everyone's got their own life. But this is really for those, if you're not happy, you're frustrated, you want more time, you want to earn more money or the opportunity to earn more money, then you need to learn sales, right? Because otherwise, you go through life thinking, I wish I'd have done that. When if you learn sales, you never know, you might end up, if you and your family got the opportunity to bugger off to an exotic country for a year, you know, all expenses paid, because you can go and sell and you can make deals for the company, you make a company money, there's huge opportunities. And it's uncapped. And it leads to bigger things. You know, deal making doesn't stop there. Things like Google and Microsoft, I'm not saying, you know, as a beginner you can sell like a few $1,000 packages, but if you look at the grand scheme of things, there's deals being made all the time between businesses, and you can effectively get to a level where you can be the deal maker between those. That's for some people. Like me personally, whether I do that, I don't know. It's not my goal at the minute. My goal is to educate people and teach you how to become a flex closer and get into the space so that you can create time and have more money, basically so you can retire earlier. Because if you're on a wage, I mean, let's say even if you're on 250 grand a year, but you don't get any time, and you want more time, but what if you could sell and you could make 200 to 300k a year, and you get more time or you get more flexibility to choose what you want. And you're not in that corporate world as such, because then you get the tax benefits from being self-employed, which is a different discussion, right? Tax benefits. But yeah, I believe if you're to learn one skill that's transferable across any industry, from what I've researched and my personal experience and what I see the most successful people do, it's sales. So I hope that helps and inspires you to want to learn sales. It's not the car salesman thing anymore. It's not the Jordan Belfort type thing. But if you want to learn how to do it and how to get in the online space, you can book a call with me and we can have a chat and see if it is for you. That's the first thing. First, I want to help, see if it's for you. And if it is, then if you're motivated, you can do really well.